Hello.
Hi there.
I'm Jen.
I'm Carolyn.
And we're here to talk to you a little bit about this podcast we started called The World According to Jen and Carolyn. And podcasts aren't easy, but we wanted to give you a little insight into our world and how we came up with the idea to do this podcast because we're so self-important.
We've got actually a lot of questions though.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions. So we took it to a test group and they generated some questions for us. Some aren't exactly positive, so we're gonna have to talk to these motherfuckers, but we do have questions.
What did they say?
Well, we thought it would be best to answer these questions for an audience prior to or alongside with releasing our podcast, which is going to drop appropriately on Valentine's Day.
February 14th.
February 4th. If you don't know, I don't care about
bullshit.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm not jaded, bitter, but I think it's a nonsense holiday.
It is. It's an occasion.
It's
not
an
a holiday.
Oh, fuck you, Hallmark. All right, so let's start with our first question, shall we? So Sarah from Illinois asks, what would you say your show is about?
Ooh, what is our podcast not about? Probably is a better question.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the best way to put this succinctly, and it's not going to be succinct. We're not known for our brevity. Is to tell you what the first 3 episodes are going to be, right? So the first one is Plenty of Catfish in the Sea, and it's about catfishing, this phenomenon that is
I got catfish.
catfishing. Yes.
Twice.
Right. 2-time catfish winner. So, we like to talk about things that other people are familiar with, other people may have experienced, that we both, either each of us or one of us has experienced. Thus catfishing. Our second episode is called Why Are Women Obsessed with True Crime? We started with ourselves.
Yeah.
We're obsessed with true crime.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this might actually be a thing. Googled it. Oh yeah, statistically speaking, us women, we're the largest group of purveyors of true crime content. Go figure.
Yeah.
So tune in to find out why that is. And then our third episode is called My Cousin the Serial Killer, because I had a friend, not a cousin, tune in to find out why I called him a cousin, who turned out to be a serial killer.
And I've known Jen almost 30 years. I didn't even know the story.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Right?
To have known you this long and not know this story.
It's not something you talk about at cocktail parties.
But every podcast episode not only has things that have happened to us or that we've experienced or something, a topic we're interested in, but then we take what we call a clinical comedy approach. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California. You have an extensive background in mental health and public policy.
Personal trauma.
Unfortunately. And so we take a clinical mental health perspective, but we put our own sarcastic spin on it.
Right.
And our 2 cents, which I think we're usually pretty spot on.
Yeah, I know. So we're amazing. Tune in. It's been a long day. All right. So Joe from Alabama writes, why does your sound quality and editing fucking suck?
Joe,
Yeah.
that is mean, but it's true. Our
Yeah.
sound quality and editing is interesting.
So, Joe, while you might be somewhat of a dick, you are correct that our sound quality is not the best, at least for the first 10 episodes, because, I don't know, we were working with $35 mics. We've learned that the quality of
you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. The quality of your material, of your equipment, that's the word I'm looking for, really matters. And so, we got new mics. We're excited about that. But these first 10 episodes, which my adorable, amazing husband has taught himself Adobe Acrobat just to be able to level out our sound. So
I didn't do shit.
Yeah,
I just show up.
She's the talent, but also, she laughs like a crazy person,
Like a hyena. And I say yeah.
And I say right constantly. So I'm working on that as well.
Yeah. You'll catch all our little quirks.
Yes. Yeah. We've got a lot of little quirks. But yeah, so we're getting better. It's a work in progress. We're learning. It's grassroots. Anybody who thinks you just plop down 2 mics and you record and you put the shit out there,
it's a lot harder.
You're tripping.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So think twice before you start a podcast is what we're going to say. Okay. And so Timmy from Alaska asked, how did you meet?
I love
How did we meet, Carolyn? Tell us a story.
Well, it's funny because this is always the question when couples come to me that I first ask them because it tells me so much about their relationship.
Aww.
So let's see what you interpret based off our first meeting. So we met, I was 17, senior at Mercy High School, which doesn't exist anymore, which sucks. Jen, you were already 18 or 19?
I was in junior college
So
at the
she's
College
older.
of San Mateo.
Mhm.
Yeah, dating a younger man.
So both of us were dating two guys at St. Ignatius High School.
Yep.
And every so often there's something called the Bruce Mahoney, which is St. Ignatius College Prep against Sacred Heart Prep or Cathedral, whatever the fuck it's called.
My public school ass is shaking my head over here.
Don't worry, we weren't dating football players.
We're not that cool.
We were dating the artsy guys. My boyfriend was in jazz band.
We shouldn't have even been at this party, you
No,
guys.
we
How did we end up
in?
there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so, I hear this commotion at the end and I see this chick who's got Lisa Loeb glasses on,
You say
a leather patchwork secondhand jacket, which was thrift shop way cool before Macklemore made it cool,
right?
And I hear this chick fucking railing about some dude at the Palace, which is where sometimes the teenagers would go to drink, even though we weren't supposed to.
Stupid.
And this dude was mocking one of our mutual friends and saying intensely homophobic things, and Jen, true to form, was standing up on top of a platform talking shit about this dude.
Sounds right.
Who she was like, fuck this guy, he's
Yeah.
a homophobe, and like, you don't fuck with my friend. And I'd never seen someone, and I think girls, you'll hopefully understand this, like having a girl crush, where you see another girl and you're like, ooh, she's cool. I want to be like her and I want to be her friend.
She's gonna get punched in the mouth. I want to be friends with her.
But I just like that. I was like, this chick's outspoken, but you knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And so that was that. I was like, I'm gonna make her my friend, and I did.
Oh yeah, she did, and we've been friends ever
since.
Yeah, and I'm still yelling at homophobes.
She really is, and
Nothing's really changed.
I love it.
Yeah.
Never changed.
Oh, beautiful story. All right, so Charlie from Ontario writes, "Are all your stories true?"
Fuck yeah.
They are true, for better or for worse.
Sadly, even the ones that we don't look so good are true.
Yeah, absolutely. We're honest. We're reflective.
Absolutely.
We're going to tell you some stories.
The scars of our youth.
Yeah, the scars of our youth, or last year for you in terms of online dating.
The scars of my 30s.
Right? It's not even called online dating anymore. But yeah, I mean, again, we look at our lives for inspiration, and we've had so many experiences, and not only experiences, but experiences that we think other people can relate to, and we turn those into episodes that are really driven by the psychology of why do people do what they do, and why do we respond to the fucked up things people do the way that we do. So that's
always with a sense of humor. Because at the end of the day, you have to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
And we laugh more at ourselves than anyone else.
Absolutely. And you're welcome to laugh with us. It
Bring
doesn't
it on.
have to even be, you can welcome to laugh at us. It doesn't have to be with us. That's what I wanted to say.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're ridiculous. Laugh at us. Okay, and our last question is Carmen from Los Angeles asked, how do you come up with your topics? I feel like we adequately answered that.
Yeah, I mean, think about your best friend that you just text randomly.
Yeah.
Something funny that will happen, or, a current event, something in the news that's just utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you text your friend and you might be like, I don't know anything about this. And when Jen and I don't know something, we look it up, we research it.
We use Google.
Or we take something that we're personally traumatized by and channel that into, since we're not in school anymore, we don't write papers, so we just created a podcast.
This is so much easier than writing papers.
And cheaper, too. You don't have to
cheaper.
pay money for a master's degree.
I don't owe the federal government shit for this podcast. It's amazing. I don't need Biden to give me $10,000 off this podcast.
I would like some from Biden.
Yeah, I'll take
some.
it.
Yeah.
I'll take anything I can
I'll
get.
take anything I can get. But so we just take stuff that goes on in our everyday life and we give it to our community that we're hoping to grow and see if you think. I think we're funny.
I think we're funny.
So maybe you will too.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or maybe
you
you won't. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, give us 5 stars or whatever you
do. Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, but yeah. So thank you for giving us a chance to entertain you. potentially teach you something. And we're happy that you're new members of our community, and we hope you like us. If you don't like us, we really don't give a shit. And
it's America.
You're
allowed to not like us.
Very true. Yeah. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell, and we're really looking forward to you listening to us, even though we can't see you. But yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Alcohol.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.